Genesis chapter 11, around verse 4. And they said, Come, let us build ourselves a city and the tower with its top in the sky. Let us make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered throughout the earth. The story of the Tower of Babel in Genesis 11 is a fascinating story because it shows that even in the early history of humanity, people had the ingenuity, creativity, and the ability to come together and achieve incredible things. The city and the tower they were building were so significant that they actually caught the attention of God. He observed their progress and realized that, left unchecked, nothing they planned to do will be impossible for them. What's remarkable is that humanity, even back then, had no idea of the extent of its potential. Yet, God did. God had given them the ability to think, create, and collaborate in ways that could lead to great accomplishments. But the problem with their building project was that it wasn't intended to honor or glorify God. Their desire was to make a name for themselves, to establish their own identity and power independent of their Creator. This temptation to create and accomplish without acknowledging God is still alive today. Humanity continues to push boundaries and achieve great things, often without any acknowledgement of a higher power. We live in an age where technology, including artificial intelligence, is taking us into realms we never imagined. But just as God intervened to stop humanity's ambitions at Babel, it won't take much for him to intervene again. We saw how a global pandemic halted the world's progress just a few years ago. In a matter of weeks, economies shut down and life as we knew it paused. While some believe we've moved beyond the need to rely on anything beyond human knowledge and ability, history shows us otherwise. Just as God stopped the tower builders thousands of years ago, we should be aware that human arrogance and self-reliance will only go so far. God's intention may not always be visible, but we can trust that He is always moving, whether actively or passively. As His creation, when we attempt to go beyond our limitations and forget our place in His order, we can expect that at some point He will step in. May we seek God's face with humility and repentance before we, like the builders of Babel, are halted in our tracks by our own ambition.